sure is strange. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch. The rabbits running in the ditch. Oh no, must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch, yeah. Must be the season of the witch. Where'd I go?
And welcome back to special Halloween edition. Uh-oh, they did, Chris. We're in trouble now. Yep, we're in trouble. Boo, everybody. Okay, welcome to special edition of the Book Corner, known as the Spook Corner. Thanks to Lori Wood. Thank you, Lori. Decided, yeah, that's probably bad if the freaks just got loose. That's not a good thing. So I've got a ghostly tale of terror. Oh, great. Wonderful, Chris. Gee, I can't wait. Hopefully there'll be a little bit yet. This is called Axe Murder Hollow. Susan and Ned were driving through a wooded, empty section of highway. Lightning flashed and thunder roared. The sky went dark in the torrential downpour. We'd better stop, said Susan. Ned nodded his head in agreement. He stepped on the brake, and suddenly the car started to slide on the slick pavement. They plunged off the road and slid to a halt at the bottom of an incline. Pale and shaking, Ned quickly turned to check if Susan was all right. When she nodded, Ned relaxed and looked through the rain-soaked windows. I'm going to see how bad it is, he told Susan, and we went out into the storm. She saw his blurry figure in the headlights walking around the front of the car. A moment later, he jumped in beside her, soaking wet. The car's not badly damaged, but we're wheel deep in mud, he said. I'm going to have to go for help. Susan swallowed nervously. There would be no quick rescue here. He told her to turn off the headlights and lock the doors until he returned. Axe Murder Hollow. Although Ned hadn't said the name aloud, they both knew what he had been thinking when he told her to lock the car. This was the place where a man had once taken an axe and hacked his wife to death in jealous rage over an alleged affair. Supposedly, the axe-wielding spirit of the husband continued to haunt this section of the road. Outside the car, Susan heard a shriek, a loud thump, and a strange gurgling noise. But she couldn't see anything in the darkness. Frightened, she shrank down into her seat. She sat in silence for a while, and then she noticed another sound. Bump, bump, bump. It was a soft sound, like something being blown by the wind. Suddenly, the car was illuminated by a bright light. An official-sounding voice told her to get out of the car. Ned must have found a police officer. Susan unlocked the door and stepped out of the car. As her eyes adjusted to the bright light, she saw it. Hanging by his feet from the tree next to the car was the dead body of Ned. His bloody throat had been cut so deeply that he was nearly decapitated. The wind swung his corpse back and forth so that it thumped against the tree. Bump, bump, bump. Susan screamed and ran toward the voice and the light. As she drew close, she realized the light was not coming from a flashlight. Standing there was a glowing figure of a man with a smile on his face and a large, solid, and definitely real axe in his hands. She backed away from the glowing figure until she bumped into the car. Playing around when my back was turned, the ghost whispered, stroking the sharp blade of the axe with his fingers. You've been so very naughty. The last thing she saw was a glint of the axe in the eerie, incandescent light. I'll bet they were, Chris. I remember this. It's kind of an urban legend about Axe Hollow. So it's I've heard that it was a true story, but it became an urban legend. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, I'm not planning on it, but I think they'll find me anyway, Chris. Those freaks will get in anywhere. Lots of spooky stuff going on Halloween. And yes, we want to honor, as Michelle said, honor those who wear the veil. So we are tonight. So thank you for reminding us to honor them tonight. So, yeah, not a good idea, Chris. Absolutely not. I got some more scary stories to tell tonight. Some great music, and the freaks are apparently on their way here. So, yay! Gee, I can't wait. Chris, I know what you did this Halloween. You're busy driving. So, what? Did you get any freaky people? Hope not, except for those last night. That was kind of rude. Wow. Anyway, Halloween. And it's coming up to the witching hour here pretty soon. So all the, ghosts and goblins and zombies and vampires, witches, they'll all be out tonight. So if I were you, I'd stay in. Nope. Yep. And we got some fun things coming up here in a bit. I'm going to read one more. We'll take a break. And then we'll come back. Good rides today? Good. No creepy people. Good deal. Okay. This is Bloody Mary. She lived deep in the forest in a tiny cottage and sold herbal remedies for a living. Folks living in the town nearby called her Bloody Mary and said she was a witch. None dared cross the old crone for fear that the cows would go dry, their food stores rot away before winter, their children take sick of fever, or any number of terrible things that an angry witch could do to her neighbors. I wish I could do that sometimes, don't you? Then the little girls in the village began to disappear, one by one. No one could find out where they had gone. Grief-stricken parents searched the woods, the local buildings, and all the houses and barns. But there was no sign of the missing girls. A few brave souls even went to Bloody Mary's home in the woods to see if the witch had taken the girls. But she denied any knowledge of their disappearances. Still, it was noted that her haggard appearance had changed. She looked younger, more attractive. The neighbors were suspicious, but they could not find any proof that the witch had taken their young ones. Then came the night when the daughter of the miller rose from her bed and walked outside, following an enchanted sound no one else could hear. The miller's wife had a toothache and was sitting up in the kitchen treating the tooth with an herbal remedy when her daughter left the house. She screamed for her husband and followed the girl out the door. The miller came running in his nightshirt. Together they tried to restrain the girl, but she kept breaking away from them and heading out of town. The desperate cries of the miller and his wife woke the neighbors. They came to assist the frantic couple. Suddenly, a sharp-eyed farmer gave a shout and pointed towards a strange light at the edge of the woods. A few townsmen followed him out into the field and saw Bloody Mary standing beside a large oak tree, holding a magic wand that was pointed towards the miller's house. She was glowing with an unearthly light as she set her evil spell upon the miller's daughter. The townsmen grabbed their guns and their pitchforks and ran toward the witch. When they heard the commotion, Bloody Mary broke off her spell and fled back into the woods. The far-sighted farmer had loaded this gun with silver bullets in case the witch ever came after his daughter. Now he took aim and shot at her. The bullet hit Bloody Mary in the hip, and she fell to the ground. The angry townsmen leapt upon her and carried her back into the field, where they built a huge bonfire and burned her at the stake. As she burned, Bloody Mary screamed a curse at the villagers. If anyone mentioned her name again aloud before a mirror, she would send her spirit to revenge herself upon them for her terrible death. When she was dead, the villagers went to the house in the wood and found the unmarked graves of the little girls the evil witch had murdered. She had used their blood to make her young again. From that day to this, anyone foolish enough to chant Bloody Mary's name 3 times before a darkened mirror will summon the vengeful spirit of the witch. It is said that she will tear their bodies to pieces and rip their souls from the mutilated bodies. The souls of these unfortunate ones will burn in torment as Bloody Mary was once burned, and they will be trapped forever in the mirror. You're the only creepy one there tonight, Chris? I can believe it. Yeah. Lot of creepy crawlies out tonight, so be careful out there. Watch out for the goblins and ghosts wandering around too. They might put a fright into you. So, I hope you all had a good Halloween. Got lots of candy. Anybody got lots of candy? I made up treat bags for my granddaughter and her friends, so I have some left. Thank God, not too much. If I was down there, there'd been 2 creepy people down there. But anyway, do you believe in the Bloody Mary curse? I don't know. Could be. It was just part of the witch hunt. No. Have you done, anybody brave enough? You know, if we could do it tonight, you know it would be really cool. I wish we could do it over the air. It would be really cool. Is hold a seance. Anybody ever hold a seance on Halloween night? You got 1 piece of candy, Chris? Oh, I got some. You want me to send it to you? 1 piece of candy. Okay, never tried? I think that would be the coolest thing to do at midnight. It's hold a seance on Halloween night. I have held several. Some of them were pretty creepy. 1 piece of candy. Would they give you a Tootsie Roll? Never works, Valerie. You did a seance on Halloween night? That would be cool if we could do it. 1 piece of candy. I have some. I will gladly send you some. Lori. Chris. What'd you get, a Tootsie Roll? I got rocks. Yep. I got rocks. Anybody see the Great Pumpkin? I saw him on a So I got to see the Great Pumpkin. So to all of you. Yeah. I used to do it more often. You didn't get any candy, Lori. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I'll send you some. I'll send you all some candy. I don't need it. But I make the treat bags up and stuff. I always make sure I get candy I'm going to like. Because if there's any left over, who has to eat it? Me. Oh, darn. So, candy apples, popcorn balls, anybody? No. What's your favorite candy? Halloween candy, Lori. Valerie, what's your favorite Halloween candy? Chris, I know your favorite Halloween candy would be a fireball. So, that would be great. Favorite Halloween candy? God, remember, when we were kids we got full-size candy bars, not these piddly little things we get now. The fun size pack. Fun size my butt. More like eat one and you're going to want 3 more. So, well, that makes up a full one. You like hard candy? Oh, pfft. Okay, Valerie, whatever. I like the 3 Musketeers, Almond Joys. Oh, I found a new candy. You got to try it. This new peanut butter Snickers. Oh my God, I am so addicted. Those are my guilty pleasure now. The Snickers peanut butter. Oh my God, those are so good. So awesome. But yeah, I remember we were kids, man, we could run around forever, come home, drop off, and go back out. But they used to give out the large candy bars. The big, good size ones. Now you get the little fun size, whatever you want to call them. little snacks. They're not even worth it.